you just abandon any precaution. You know, folks, something could happen here, and if it does, so what?
Hey friends! Before we get into the interview that we have this week with Austin Bowers, I just wanted to go over the 2 episodes that Austin was a part of on Nathan For You. We didn't really explore those too much today. We just kind of wanted to chat with him and learn a little bit more about his experience. So the 2 episodes that Austin was a part of, one of them is The Movement, which we'll be covering next. Essentially, for this episode, the owner of City of Angels Moving Company, David Sassourian, Nathan convinces him that he can make moving furniture the new fitness craze in order to get free labor. So he hires Austin to write a book about a man named Jack Garbarino, who's going to be the face of the movement. So that's kind of what we talk about a lot in this episode. And then we also touch a little bit on the other episode that Austin was a part of, which is the Richards Tip. Essentially, for that episode, to help out Joe Kay's Diner, Nathan creates a scheme involving a Michael Richards lookalike who's going to leave a big tip at the restaurant. They need to also find a man to change his name to Michael Richards, but Californian law dictates that a name change needs to be publicly announced in the newspaper, hence why Austin was hired to ghostwrite a newspaper called The Diarrhea Times. So those are kind of the 2 episodes that we talk about a little bit. I wanted to make sure that we got that right off the top of the show in case anyone doesn't remember what those are about or perhaps just needed a little bit of a refresher. So I hope you enjoy our interview with our favorite ghostwriter, Austin Bowers from Nathan For You. Hey friends, welcome to Nathan For Us, a Nathan For You podcast. My name is Kelly.
And hi, I'm Megan.
And today we have a very special episode because we have an exclusive interview with our favorite ghostwriter from Nathan For You and current writer of Four Hearts Academy. Austin Bowers is here. How are you doing, Austin?
Hey, how's it going, everybody? How y'all doing? Y'all good?
Oh, we're doing great.
Yes, we are doing wonderful. We are so excited to have you here. From like us messaging you to this podcast happening, it's been such a short amount of time and we're so grateful you found time in your busy schedule to have us. So thank you so much for coming.
No problem. Happy to be here.
Yeah, and we're excited to get into a little about you, a little about your experience on the show, and then a little bit about some interests that we have in common, which actually are many.
Yes. If you are not following Austin on Instagram, you need to do so immediately. His page is amazing. If you're like looking for finding someone who has similar interests, we certainly realize that a lot of things line up.
Yes, for sure. I think one of the first things we wanted to ask you about was how did you get into writing?
Right. So this is actually a funny story. So before fan fiction was a thing, I was in like 5th, 6th grade. I forget which one it is all the time. My friend, he really loves Sonic the Hedgehog. And he would write these little like Sonic stories he would make up. I was like, that's cool. I can do this too. And so what I did, I combined Yu-Gi-Oh! And Pokemon, where I had all the Yu-Gi-Oh! Characters be like Pokemon trainers and just sort of write adventures through that. Eventually, I got bored with it because I was a kid. And so I was like, let me write something like actually just out of the blue. So I just started writing my own stories from then. I would show them to people on occasion. And eventually I just fell in love with it.
Can we take a second to focus on Yu-Gi-Oh! Characters as Pokemon trainers? Because that is the mashup of my little childhood dreams.
Genius.
Yeah, that is genius. I'm surprised they haven't done it before.
I can't believe it. Like, I think he had like 3 Dragon Knights.
That makes sense.
Yeah,
that makes sense. Blue Eyes White Dragon.
This is what I meant by interests. This is all right up Megan's alley.
Well, I actually very recently had a discussion with a friend where we were going over like, okay, what was like your game of choice growing up? Because there's Digimon, Pokemon, and Yu-Gi-Oh! That, at least in my world, were kind of like the big 3. I had like a very traumatic incident as a child where my brother and I got into a fight and he took a Sharpie and colored over all of my Pokemon cards.
Oh
So
no.
I know. It's hard to say to this day. So I
Traumatic.
have my Digimon cards safe in a laminated binder. I have Yu-Gi-Oh cards safe tucked away. Unfortunately, I have no Pokemon cards to show.
So, podcast listeners, you won't be able to see this in the recording, but I am showing them my Slight for the Sky Dragon card I still have.
Oh my
That
god.
was within arm's reach. Like that
Yeah.
took you no time to pull out. You are ready to duel.
Yes.
You always have to be ready.
Yes.
Amazing.
That's amazing. So, Sonic the Hedgehog, you were the original fanfic writer of Yu-Gi-Oh! And Pokemon. We're calling it now. Go back and check the timeline. We had an inception here. So, from that, did you go to school for writing, or at what point did you realize, like, this isn't just a hobby, like, I want this to be my job?
I didn't really consider it a job till maybe after college. Because when I went to college, I didn't know what I was going to do. I sort of ended up majoring in film.
Oh wow, cool.
And along the way, they had a creative writing minor at U of M, and so I had to apply to it. I didn't know at the time it was a competitive application that you had to beat other people out. I just figured, you apply, you get in. So I applied, immediately fell in love with writing all over again, because one of my teachers, probably like one of the hardest critics you'll ever meet, she helped me, level up my writing quite a lot in like 2 years. And I felt, okay, if I'm this much better at it now, I've been doing this since I'm 9 years old. I could probably make a show out of this. And then I saw the movie Ghostwriter. And that's why I applied to be the ghostwriter on Nathan For You, because I always wanted to be one since I saw the movie.
Oh.
That's amazing. Actually, we wanted to know as well, what inspired your pen name, Red Hood?
So that pen name, like when I started high school, we all had like to wear uniforms. And I was like, I want to wear something else when I go out when I'm not at school. And so me and my mom went to like JCPenney, and there was this like red hoodie with a samurai helmet on it. And so every Friday when we went bowling, I would wear that. And my friends just started calling me Red Hood, so the nickname stuck. And I'm going to give you all a sneak peek here. An announcement that's coming. So the ghost part is because I plan on releasing an anthology of stories called Ghost Story Anthology.
Oh my gosh, that's
Yes.
amazing.
That's awesome.
Now, are these made up stories, or have you ever had an actual ghost encounter?
Well, if my Twitter bio is to be believed, I am the actual ghost, so yes.
Because on our podcast, we have discussed this quite thoroughly.
We've talked about ghosts a lot.
Yeah. So we have a very important question for you. So throughout, after watching The Ghost Realtor, it became a big topic. Kelly believes in ghosts. I do not. I think it's kind of one of those things where you have to see it to believe it. And we started talking about celebrities and how some of them have said they've dated ghosts. And so if you have a relationship in real life, is it cheating if it's with a ghost?
So this is something I have actually researched.
Oh, we have an expert among us.
We have an authority.
This is great.
Is amazing.
So scientifically, ghosts technically can exist because energy is not created or destroyed. So I figure whatever's left of a person that's not part of the body, that's just out in the air, I guess that could be their ghost. But also, there's this law in France where you can actually marry a dead person.
Whoa.
Ghost marriage. And when I found out about that, I was like, man, that'd be a good movie idea. And I forgot about it until just now.
Well, I can't wait to see the movie.
Yeah. If you need some extra, like, I don't know, idea generation or some marketing help, Megan and I will be right there for you. We'll help you
Yes,
market the heck out of that
100%.
movie.
So does that mean that you think, yes, it is cheating?
Yes.
Yes. Okay. We did ask Kelly's fiance, and he said as long as it wasn't also an emotional affair, he doesn't consider it cheating. But we'll let him know it would be.
I'll let him know after this.
So just diving into Craigslist, is Craigslist a website you've gotten lots of jobs from, or was Nathan one of the first?
That was one of the only, I think I've gotten maybe one or two other jobs from Craigslist when I was in college. When I saw, because the ad, I don't know if they showed it on the show, it was less specific than what they said on the show. It was just like looking for ghostwriter needed in greater LA area. Apply if you want to. And so I was like, I don't know what it's for, but okay.
That's awesome.
So why don't you take us through the exchange of like you reaching out and at what point you realized that this was a TV show?
Oh, this is actually really funny because I didn't until the episode aired.
Oh no.
So the original guy that responded to the Craigslist ad, we met at McDonald's for a video interview.
Okay.
So we did that. I think it was maybe a week later, they said, come to this address for your next interview. And that was when I met Nathan for the first time.
Okay.
So I thought that was just, a follow-up interview for the job. And so, we're talking about workout, exercise, and we did the box thing where we were actually sort of like imitating what the exercise was supposed to be.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
And so after that all wrapped up, they said, you gotta, can you do this in a week? I said, sure, I could. It was a tough week.
Yeah, that was one of my questions as well, because obviously you got it written really quickly. So like how many hours a day did you spend writing the movement?
Oh my Lord. So I would wake up probably around 8 or 9. I would like write straight till whenever I got hungry, around 1 or 2. I would eat, maybe watch something, go straight back to writing for the rest of the day. So that was pretty much it for like the next 5-6 days till we met up again.
Jeez. And did you like have an idea of what you were going to write about, or was Nathan just like, yeah, write about, we just need a backstory for this guy? Like how much information did he give you?
They gave me some specific things to include, some like bullet points to add here and there, but mostly it was just up to me to make it up from there.
You did a great job.
Yes. So we do have the book. So I did read it. We loved it. I think that something that really stuck out to me is how detailed some characters' backstories were, who I thought was just a character that would be there for a moment, and the way you were able to really make it feel like it was someone's actual life. So there was like a gym teacher that was only a part of the story for a short amount of time, but they had like a nickname and this whole backstory before the character was even at the school. And when I found out the timeline, like I can't tell you how shocked I was, or how you were able to write this full book. So I was also wondering like how much research you had to do as a part of this writing process, because it seems like you cover a lot of different topics in very different fields. I can give you a few examples of like topics that I was surprised about. So like obviously fitness was a really big part of it. You had talked about like going to Africa and, obviously the jungle children, which we can bring up afterwards. But I think even talking about science at the elementary school level, like having to research what kids would be learning at that time. I just felt like there was a lot of people's full lives that they had very different backgrounds. And I thought how difficult it would be for me to write talking about all these different subjects.
So the exercise specifically, I had like Google image like off on the side. Like, you know, they had like the man standing up, each muscle label. So I had that just always on standby. For the science specifically, most of that I could just remember off memory. Science was probably before English. Science is my favorite subject in school. So a lot of that's like, this is probably what I did around then. That sounds right.
Yeah, I thought you did a great job. So I think some of like the burning questions that we got when we posted, we get to chat with Austin, like, what are you dying to know? And I think a lot of people who have read the movement are dying to know why Steve Jobs.
Like, that was entirely their idea.
Oh.
Wow.
Wow, I didn't know that. I thought that you came up with that.
No, so they said that that was another thing, because I've never really paid much attention to Steve Jobs before or after, so he was one of the figures I definitely had to research, like, you know how they have the early life on Wikipedia where he would live and be and all that. So I was like, I'll just like vaguely fit him in here. Hopefully it works.
That's incredible.
No, I think you did a really great job, because it seemed like that's something someone could really easily fact check, but it sounds like you had all the bases covered. Was there anything else they said you have to include in the book?
I think the other big thing was the Jungle Children. They wanted that included. But the characters and the plot of that was all up to me.
Wow.
Yeah. So did you draw from any personal experiences for the book?
From like the very first page, that's probably one of my more relatable ones. When I'm like detailing the ingredients on the back of the box, because I used to always read those as a kid. I don't even know why.
Nice.
Like learn about all the different like food colorings and glucose, everything that's in there. Like, yeah, there were little things like that I would do that were in the story. I just had to put in there.
When they told you you had to have Steve Jobs as a childhood friend and you had to incorporate Jungle Children, at any point did you think this might be a bit much?
Oh yeah, Steve. When they mentioned Steve Jobs, I like inwardly like cringed a little bit, because one, I didn't know anything about him. Two, I don't want this to be sort of like anyone to take it out of context that whatever I write about him says what I feel about him, because I didn't have any feelings about him. So there's like, you know, that fear when you like are compared or talk about someone that's already sort of established. People can take that out of context. But I was glad for the most part when the book came out, no one like came and attacked me like, you hate Steve Jobs. So
yeah, I was gonna say as well, like there's some guests on the Nathan For You show that like they edit them and I'm like, I would hate to be that person, but I feel like you were presented in a really good light, and obviously it's because you're a really lovely person, but I'm sure that must have been a bit of a relief as well after. I'm not sure how much of the show you've watched, but they've definitely presented some people where it's kind of like, oh my goodness, that's not cool.
Oh, that's the other thing I found out about the show in the first place. So when we recorded, I didn't know it was part of the show at that time. A friend of mine, he was interning for Comedy Central, like I think the fall after that, so we filmed in the summer. He was like, you didn't tell me you were on Nathan For You. I was like, I was on what?
Oh my God.
And so he sent me a link to the episode. I was like, oh. So
you're like, this explains a lot.
Yeah, you're like, I'm in LA. Weird stuff just happens.
But yeah.
Did you go back and watch any other episodes, or have you only seen the episodes you've been on?
I've seen clips of a few of the other ones. It's been a mess. I've been on Comedy Central. I cannot remember off the top of my head right now, but I have seen several clips. I've seen people post little memes on Instagram and on Reddit. I check out the subreddit every once in a while.
Nice.
But it was all in good fun. I had fun while I was on the show. Nothing seemed like too taxing or awkward at At least not for the most part, anyway. Because I didn't know Nathan that first time too well because I hadn't watched any of the show yet. So it's hard because when we were filming and they wanted multiple takes, I'm trying to, get a reaction from him so I know how to steer the rest of the scene. And you know how Nathan is. So that was the biggest challenge, I would say.
I would love to learn a little bit more about the interview process you went through. So, of course, we see the most iconic line probably that's attributed to you of, can you come up with an original sentence on the spot? And you absolutely nail it, putting other people getting interviewed to shame that are trying to interview for some sort of writing position. So I have a few questions on that one. I would assume that is probably the thing you are asked the most, to come up with an original sentence.
Oh man, after that
true?
Episode aired, yes.
You have to dish out sentences all the time.
10 out of 10 messages I got on Instagram, Twitter, LinkedIn, where can you they just straight up ask for a sentence. They would say, you were great on the show, XYZ.
Mm-hmm.
By the way, can you make up a sentence real quick?
So do you respond? Do you respond with an original sentence?
To the ones I remember to get back to, yes.
Mm-hmm. That's fair. You're asked a lot. Have you ever used one of those sentences that you come up with on the spot to turn into a story, or does it ever help lead to some sort of creative endeavor?
Ooh. Not to my knowledge, I don't think I have, but I'm not opposed to it in the future. I'll go back and see which ones I sent that got the most likes.
Yeah, see if any of them give you a little inspiration. We did have a few people asking about Roman and Kenzie and if they were still together. Did anything happen with them? Is there going to be a book, a full chapter? I think that book would absolutely kill it.
I will say Roman and Kenzie are probably happily married by now.
Okay. Love a happy ending.
Good for them. Yeah, I think we had a couple questions as well on the Diarrhea Times. One of my biggest questions was, they show a clip of you going to other people and saying, like, I'm the editor-in-chief of the Diarrhea Times. What was the reaction to that? Because the guy that you say it to in the clip, he doesn't seem to have too big a reaction. I would not have been able to keep a straight face. I don't know how you kept a straight face.
That was so hard. It was literally their only instruction is, we're gonna lead you around to some rooms. When you introduce yourself to people, we need you to say this, hand them a business card.
Oh my God.
It was the most taxing thing I did on that show, because I'm trying not to laugh so hard. And I have to actually introduce myself.
Oh my God, yeah. Incredible stuff. Did they approach you to come back and write for that fake newspaper as well? Or I guess it was a real newspaper.
Yes, they had. We had done this over the course of months. They're can you think of 20, 25 short articles you could write for? So I was yeah, that's not a problem. For the most part, I just looked up things I knew I had interest in. My favorite one was when I wrote about the Zelda Symphony.
I saw that. That was really fun.
From Hyrule to our ears.
Because I didn't know that was the thing that was happening. So I made sure I went and watched that. That was pretty cool. Some of the other ones, a lot of people weren't sure if I was kidding about Nick and Nora's being my favorite movie. It is.
I was going to ask if it still was, or have you found a new favorite?
Oh no, it's still my favorite.
It's a good choice.
I think we heard that there is potentially a Nick and Nora's number 2 coming out.
Really?
That's the rumor. Megan's going to look it up, but I do think that was something that might have been happening. I was going to suggest, if you like that movie. I do think there's been a couple like fun, similar vibe movies that have come out recently as well that I can send your way.
I don't see it confirmed, but it was one of the questions from our group.
Maybe they made it up. Did they lie? Maybe they were hoping you would write Nick and Nora too.
Have you written any fanfic about it?
Actually, no. I wouldn't want to like take my perception of the movie with that, because it wouldn't be as good, I don't think. Because I've never been like real good with like indie type stories, or at least writing them anyway, but I enjoy them a lot.
Yeah, because you mostly write kind of like fantasy type stuff, right? That's kind of what I noticed for sure, which is really fun. Are there any like big fantasy movies or books coming out that you're looking forward to?
I gotta look it up.
I'm like into sci-fi, which is like fantasy adjacent. I feel like they're like cousins or something.
I know it's not coming out, but it came out. Love and Monsters, I heard good things for.
Oh, I watched it. I really liked it.
Oh, yeah.
I want to check that one out at some point. Is that on Hulu or Netflix?
It's on Netflix. I thought it was a really great movie.
Like, that's the other thing. Netflix, like, original movies have gotten, like, so much better since, I think the first one I watched was the Will Smith one, when he had, like, the orc partner.
I think it was Bright. Was that?
I know it has Bright in the title. I can't remember. All I know is I didn't actually enjoy it. But by the time I realized I didn't enjoy it, we're like 2 hours into the movie. So we just finished it anyway.
Yeah, sunk cost. You have to at a certain point, right?
And then Bird Box came out. And I was like, okay, this is definitely better than the last one. I enjoyed it, or parts of it anyway. And I was like, all right, Netflix, what you got next? And then they hit me with it. The Old Guard is probably my favorite Netflix movie they've ever made.
I haven't seen it. I'm going to write that down right now.
I haven't seen that one either. Yeah, I'm a big movie person. I watch a lot of movies, so I'm always looking for recommendations.
And Kelly, if you've ever heard of the website Letterbox, writes, how many reviews have you written?
Yeah, I love writing movie reviews. Actually, Austin, you should probably get on Letterboxd, and you can write movie reviews for whatever movie you watch. It's pretty fun. A lot of the reviews are really ridiculous too. But yeah, I'm trying to get everyone on Letterboxd so that I have more friends.
Did you prefer the Movement or the Richards tip?
I will say I prefer the second one.
The Richards tip. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. That was because when I was coming back for that one, I knew about the show by this point.
Mm-hmm.
I'd watched a few episodes and some clips, and I was like, okay, so I know what he's about now. Mm-hmm. And so my goal when we were filming, like entirely, was just I gotta get him to laugh.
I think the closest you were was with your original sentence. Like there's screenshots of his face all over Reddit of being like, he almost cracked.
Yeah, mm-hmm. I think he wasn't expecting it to be like an actually well-crafted sentence.
I think so. They may not have kept it, but when we were filming, when we were talking about the layout of the newspaper, I think right around there we were talking about, so what have you done since you've been in town, since you're back? And I told him the story about me and my friends, we went to Little China. And so we were just hanging out there. And there was this, when we were leaving, this lady approached us and she was asking for money. Some of them gave her something, but they said, I didn't notice this, but she had like a dead rat in her hand.
Oh my God.
Yeah. And I just entirely just missed that. And so I was telling him this story for the first time while we were filming, and he like bent over laughing.
Oh my God. That should be your Twitter bio. Like,
I made Nathan Fielder laugh. It is like, obviously the character that Nathan plays is not supposed to laugh on the show, but those moments when he almost laughs are my favorite parts of the show for sure. I
have so many more questions about this woman holding a dead rat, but like I don't know if I want the answers.
I don't know if I have the answers. I
Yeah.
just did not notice.
Just the mysterious rat woman.
Some things are meant to be mysteries, okay?
So after you had gotten your second job on Nathan For You as the Diarrhea Times editor, I think you had every position that the newspaper could possibly offer you. It is the most stacked business card. To be honest, I was surprised it wasn't on your LinkedIn. I feel like it's a flex.
Oh man. I should throw that up there. Now I think about it.
I think it's very relevant work experience. You've written a whole book. You could be a autobiography ghostwriter. You could be an editor-in-chief. You have a ton of experience from the show, which is excellent. How long did it take you to write each issue of the Diarrhea Times?
It was at least maybe 2-3 months. Just sort of like splitting it up because they would ask for like a certain amount at a time.
Mm-hmm.
So, and most of us like come up with like a list of I think they asked me to come up with a list of topics. They would choose which ones they thought would make the best one. They suggested some. Like I think integrity as a writer, I think that was one of their ideas they wanted to include.
I feel like that makes sense. It would be spread out over a long time because I was like, that's a lot of articles to have to just come up with in like a week that like require you to actually do stuff, like going to the symphony, like you mentioned.
Mm-hmm. Did they pay for you to go and do the activities that you were writing about?
They paid for each of the articles to go to the events. For some of them, no. But they did when after everything was said and done, they paid for me to fly back out there for the hotel.
So on the episode, Nathan seems very surprised that Nick and Nora's Infinite Playlist is the cover, but it sounds like they knew that that was going to be on the cover long before that.
I'm actually not sure which one was going to be on the cover. I know they said they were like going back and forth between that one, the integrity one, and I think those.
It's
I
okay.
can't remember what the third one was, but there were like 3 in contention, and so I think they probably just went with whichever one had like the best like front photo they could put up there.
Yeah, Michael Cera catches the eye.
So you would just submit individual articles and they did the layout and would place the articles in the paper and get it printed. So did you meet any other characters on either episode other than Nathan and the producers?
I actually did not. It was all like pretty like come in, we're gonna get this done as fast as we can. So I think we filmed all of the second one in like a day. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, I think I read somewhere that you hadn't met Jack, but I do know that in the movement, there are multiple times where you reference his tattoos and come up with a backstory or talk about what he went through to shave his head to be bald and his face. So were you given a photo of him for that?
Yes. A couple of times we had tried to sort of get me and Jack in the same room. The timing just didn't work. That's all. Yeah, so I did actually want to meet him, talk to him, see which of these things, he actually feels inspired by that he did the most.
Yeah. I feel like he would have had some interesting answers, perhaps. For better or for worse.
Has anyone on the show reached out to you afterwards and they were like, oh, you wrote the book for me, or like, I got the Diarrhea Times, or they realized that you were on the same episode as them?
Surprisingly, no. I don't really get much from the other Nathan For You veterans. But I haven't reached out to any of them either, so it's a two-way street on that front.
That's okay. I feel like I would want to know the person who wrote my life story that I had to go on TV and say, like, I feel like I would be the one actively seeking you out, being like, you really had a vision for me in my life. I wish I would like live up to those expectations. Maybe he should go and try to do some of the things you said he did in the book. So for the Richards tip, Did they explain to you why there needed to be a name change section? Did you learn of the whole scheme beforehand, or did they only give you no context and say, we need a paper written?
So they told me about the scheme after I flew out there to film for the episode.
Mm-hmm.
We were like on a lunch break between the first. We were supposed to be filming multiple days, and we did the first 2 days. And then I think after lunch, we did me going around. And so during the lunch, one of the producers was telling me what was up.
Nice.
Mm-hmm.
It's Nathan.
Yeah, not surprised. Would you change your name for $1,001?
No.
No, I think that's very reasonable. It sounds like they really had to jump through a lot of hoops. I wonder if he ever changed his name to Paul.
I was never kept up to date on that. I would hope, maybe not.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like it's a lot of effort to change it, and then it's like to change it back is even more effort.
Mm-hmm.
But alas.
While in LA, did you see any news articles or any reporters talking about the giant tip that was left?
No, I didn't see too much. But actually, one last thing before we wrap up. I gotta share this. This is funny.
Yeah.
So I think maybe 1-2 years ago, me and my friend, we decided to Google each other just to see what we could find. And she found this hilarious, was it Craigslist or Reddit? I can't wait. I should have the picture somewhere.
We'll let you find it.
Okay, it was Reddit, and this is funny. The title of the post is "Can Austin Bowers Get Me Laid?"
Oh.
My friend found this. And this is what it says. Whoever you are, if you're listening to this, I'm sorry I'm exposing your message, but it's funny. Sorry.
It was one of us.
It says, I'm a 21-year-old female, and I matched with this guy on Tinder who is exactly my type. And our one mutual interest is Nathan for you, which just makes him even hotter. I've never messaged first because I am lame, surprise. But I really want to hook up with the first person I met in real life who also appreciates my favorite show. I thought about messaging him Austin Bowers' original sentence from the movie.
I did see this post, actually.
Oh, wow. And, she quotes the whole sentence. And she says, as a fan, would you find this funny or no? Is there a better Nathan for you reference I could make? Thank you for even looking at this and considering helping me in my quest for casual sex.
Now, after seeing that, did you message her and say, like, hit me up on Tinder? I would respond very well to this line.
Oh my God.
I didn't even think. I was too busy laughing at it to think about it at the time.
I do feel like it's a good pickup line for you, actually. If there was a fan that messaged you on a dating app, would you think it's weird or be into it?
Megan's always trying to set people up on this show. It's like, first it's my mom, now it's Austin.
I just want to know if Austin would be into it or not.
I think I would be endeared by it a little bit. I would laugh and I would respond, but yeah.
If they wrote a fanfic about you, would that be too much or just the right amount?
That would probably be too much. I don't know.
Okay. For everyone thinking of DMing him an original sentence, we approve of a fanfic too much.
Yeah. No fanfics, please.
So, do you get recognized often from the show?
Usually, like whenever they redo an episode and someone sees it and they see me, they generally recognize me right away. At U of M, like all the college kids, so I worked at 7-Eleven, a lot of the college kids that came in, they're like, were you on Nathan For You?
Wow.
So like there's probably like selfies of me somewhere online, wearing like a 7-Eleven shirt.
I would have asked for a selfie. I would have asked you to write my autobiography and told you nothing about myself.
You still can. He's right here.
That's true. Are you still a ghostwriter?
I am, yes.
Do you get requests for projects because of the show at all?
From time to time. I actually just got one recently, and like, it was someone someone wants me to write a birthday story for their friend right now.
Oh, that's nice.
That's really fun.
Now, I'm not sure if you've seen this episode, but there is a caricature artist who draws mean caricatures. And he posts in some Facebook groups for Nathan For You. The Nathan For You business page is, a real hotspot for Nathan For You fans. And so if you're ever interested, I feel like you could post there and say like, hey, if anybody wants a short story written about them, I feel like that's something a lot of people would be interested in.
Yeah, for sure. I
also think, and we can leave this out, but I think you should read bits of the movement on TikTok and make a TikTok account about it.
Oh my God.
Megan and I know nothing about TikTok. This is like a through line for the podcast, but we suggest things about TikTok a lot.
So, it's because recently I saw someone and she was reading a fan fiction. And so she spends her TikTok, she reads like little snippets of it. Mm-hmm. And I feel like if you were reading like an article from the Diarrhea Times or like little chapters of the movement, I feel like people would go crazy for it. So if you ever were like, hey, today's going to be my debut on TikTok, give us a shout. We'll tell people about it. We'll try to sneak into it. If you ever move to Canada, we'll duet it.
Oh, wow. That would be cool.
All those TikTok words that we totally know.
Yes. So I do have another question for you. So at the end of one of the episodes, you and Nathan discuss going to grab a beer. Do you ever see Nathan outside of the show?
Never. It was always either while filming or just on the set. I've after the show, some of the producers, we kept touch for maybe like a year. After, we just chat and talk, play games online, that type of thing.
Oh, that's fun. What games did you play?
So back in the day before, so I don't know if you guys know about Duel Links.
I don't.
It's like
I'm not familiar.
Yu-Gi-Oh phone app. So before that one came out, the card game app I played was Ascension. And there's still a few people that actually know what that game is, and the producer did. It was like, yo, we should play this sometime. So, we meet up on Skype or whatever, talk, play the game, that type of thing.
Oh, that's sick.
That's so cool.
Yeah.
So is there anything we didn't ask that you think is like a fun tidbit from behind the scenes, or you think people who watch the show wouldn't know about?
So it's actually a funny story. So one of the other things, sort of going back to the Masked Singer, after the land there, we first I meet with them before we go to the hotel. So we're all chilling and relaxing. And so, after that, they offer me a ride to the hotel, one of the PAs. And on the way there, we're just, she plays her Bruno Mars playlist. And of course, Just the Way You Are, there it is. Starts playing, and we have the most spontaneous duet ever.
That would have been me too if I were that PA.
It sounds like you got along so well with everyone on the cast and ended up making friends with the producers and PAs and other people who were on the show. It sounds like they had a good group of people.
Oh yeah, no, they were all nice and fun, good group of people to work with.
Oh, that's really nice to hear. Yeah, and I think we have some fun interest questions. So we noticed you're a big fan of The Masked Singer. If you were a contestant on The Masked Singer, do you have any idea what your costume might be?
Squid.
A squid? Oh, that's such a good one. Would you have like a fun, like, I know some of them are like robo porcupine and stuff. Would you be like a squid in like an outfit? Like, would you have a hat or something?
So I think 2 years ago at this festival, Arts Beats and Eats, they had this squid hat, which kind of is why I chose it. And it had this like switch on the inside, and then the eyes would light up.
Ooh.
So my costume, I would have a squid outfit, and I would have like the eyes and like the suction cups sort of like light up in like sequence going down. Yeah.
What would your opening song be?
Ooh. Normally I would say Grenade, but that's already been sung on there.
That's okay.
Let's see.
This is our world.
But other than Grenade, I would probably say Shape of You by Ed Sheeran.
That'd be fun. And then you could like, I feel like this squid costume would be really good for like dancing too, with all the arms and stuff.
Oh, because they do more animatronic costumes now, so like the tentacles could like do this.
I can see it all in my head. The dancers in the weird morph suits that they always wear. It'd be great.
Now, of the contestants, which have been some of your favorite costumes?
Fox, I love that one.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, Wayne Brady. Oh, spoilers for The Masked Singer. Sorry, everyone.
Fox, I love the sun outfit.
Oh yeah.
I haven't yet finished season 5. I wait on it to finish, and I'm just gonna binge through it all.
That's how I do it too.
Have you caught up with season 5 before I say what I'm about to say?
I haven't, but it's okay. I'll forget by the time I watch it.
The first reveal was Kermit the Frog.
Oh, I did see that one. Yeah. And he was in like a snail costume. It's pretty wild. If anyone hasn't watched it, like definitely YouTube it.
What a reveal.
Yeah. People were mad.
I feel like the judges, there's no chance. How would you guess that?
Because like the first thing you see pop out of like the snail shell is like 2 green hands. And I was so shocked by the hands, I didn't even think it was going to be Kermit that popped out.
Any other reality shows that you watch?
On occasion, I'll watch like American Ninja Warrior sometimes.
So next, can you please explain the pigeon named Rice on your Instagram story?
Oh my God. So literally yesterday, so I worked like part-time at Lowe's. And lately, because it's like halfway into the summer, most people are done like plant shopping. And so it was like so empty. This like bird dying of thirst just comes crawling into the well, he wasn't dying of thirst, but he was thirsty. And he was like drinking the water dripping down from like the AC unit.
Oh my gosh.
And he was just chilling there. I'm like, okay, I'll take a selfie with him while he's here.
I have a cat that I picked up off the street, so I'm a very big animal person.
Do you have any pets?
Me, no, but at the first chance, I do plan to get a python, maybe.
Whoa.
Ooh.
Yeah, that'll be the first pet I have in a while.
That's a bold pet. Do you know a lot about snakes?
I know enough. I'm confident enough to take care of it, yeah.
Oh man, good segue. Speaking of snakes, we know you're a Taylor Swift fan also, which we are also huge Swifties. So after Red, Taylor's version comes out, which album are you most excited for?
Honestly, all of it. It's like there's so few songs of hers that I can't vibe with. Actually, fun story. When I first got to LA and I was still learning like the bus system, um, I was on the right bus first, but like you know how sometimes they change numbers during the route, and I didn't notice it until like I'm much farther away from where I had to go. So I like got off the bus. I was like, man, I don't know if I should get on another one, take me farther away. So I knew the general direction of the hotel I had to get to. So I had to start walking. And by a certain point, it's like really hot in LA. I'm tired. I need to keep going. So I like put Shake It Off on repeat
Mm.
and just keep playing that as I'm walking.
It's the vibe. Sometimes that's what you got to do. You just got to shake it off. I feel that. Yeah, I think you also make a lot of playlists, correct?
I do, yes.
Do you have a favorite song for this year yet?
For this year? Oh, so one song, I don't know if it came out this year, but it's called Teeth. Let's see, who is it by?
I'm intrigued already.
5 Seconds of Summer.
Oh man. I feel like that's a good summer bop if it's by 5 Seconds of Summer.
Yeah, I don't know when it came out. I just know I found it recently and I love it.
Nice.
So you make a new playlist every year. Is that right?
Yeah, every year, right around my birthday, I'll just like make a new one, including most of the songs I like from the whole year. My birthday's like near the end.
So are these on Spotify? Can anyone find these playlists?
I have them as like private like playlists on YouTube, but I'm more than fine saying what each of the songs are. I think the one I made last, let me see, just to read off some. We got Born for This by The Score, that's on there. Keanu Lee, X is on there. I don't know if you've heard that one. And then there are some old ones that I can't let go. Let's see.
Is there a song that has been on every one of your playlists?
Yes, it is. City is Ours by Big Time Rush. I love that song. I love the music.
Oh man. That's awesome. I also love making playlists, but I'm not as dedicated as you are. I just kind of make them as I think of them. But I'm totally guilty of putting like the same songs on them. And then like, every time I'm like, oh, listen to this playlist. I'm like, this is the same as the other playlist, basically. It's all the same stuff.
There are like those few songs that like they go like they come every other playlist, like Gangnam Style wasn't on the last but I put it on this one.
Nice. Oh my god, I have not thought of that song in a while. Yeah, I feel like we're kind of wrapping up. I know we had a couple listeners who wanted to know if there's any manga you would like to see translated, or like maybe your top 3 animes or manga that you'd want to see kind of brought over to the US.
Number one right now kind of is already in the US, Demon Slayer. Currently, that's probably like my favorite anime to watch. Some of the other ones still sort of gotta make their name known more over here, but yeah.
Cool. Yeah, well, I think, Meg, do you have anything else you want to ask?
So I think lastly, we should just chat a little bit about your most recent project, Four Hearts Academy. Do you want to tell us all about it?
Man, I'm bad at explaining this, but it's like the one time where like randomly coming up with sentences is hard. But so like shows like X-Men, right?
Oh yeah.
One of the things I liked about that was like powers weren't magic thing. They were just like genetic. People they were born that way. The only thing is that in X-Men, they treat it, like a mutation. So for Four Hearts, back when I like first made this in high school, however many years ago, I was like, okay, I can do this, but I'll make it so like it's not actually a mutation. It's just a normal genetic thing for these people to be born with certain abilities. And it's actually more rare to not be born with it. So I just looked up on like normal things. So there's like just normal laws about them, what you can do, stuff like that. And that was more the going force when I first made it. It was just more like, here's these people with powers learning how to use them while they go to school. And it just sort of evolved over time.
Mm-hmm.
And
Cool.
because like I think back then I was just more about, you know what, we're just gonna have to learn, they're gonna fight, learn and fight. And back then the main character Nuria wasn't a girl. Because when I wanted to remake the story and have it, you know, be like an actual thing that I wasn't writing for fun, I had to think of a way to make the three main characters sort of still be competitive, but it's not like they're just always trying to one up each other like three boys would. And I couldn't think of a way, and so like, what if I just gender bent one of them?
Mm-hmm.
And so it just made, well, it didn't make the most sense, I guess, but like to me, it made sense to just make the main character a girl. And actually, I've loved it. I think that was like the best idea I could have made.
That's so fun. And you have a Patreon as well, right?
Yes.
Yeah, everyone should check out Four Hearts Academy. Go check out Austin's Patreon. Do you have like a dream for where you want Four Hearts Academy to go? Do you want it to be like, do you want to write a full novelization or like a TV show, anything like that? Kind of like sky's the limit.
So the next stage, I do think I want to like, I don't think I want to make it a TV show because it'll be too long. And I think TV shows that go past 5-6 seasons, they fizzle out.
Oh yeah.
So I would think, if anything, I'd probably make like a little like comic book type of deal.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Oh, a comic book would be great because you also draw, right?
Me, no. I have artists that I work with. Actually, one of the so if you like went to the Four Hearts Twitter, like that cover image,
Yeah.
the profile pic, that was actually drawn by one of my partners who lives in Canada.
Oh.
Yeah.
How did you meet them?
I met them on DeviantArt.
Oh, okay, yeah.
I was looking for people that were open to commissions that I could get, hey, you want to do like this artwork for me? I'd appreciate it. And she was really the only one to respond.
So with going to conventions, do you ever cosplay? I think you do a bit of LARPing.
So actually, I'm going to BlurCon next month in DC.
Oh, very cool.
Cool.
And
Do you have your costume?
I do, actually.
Sneak peek.
So I have this staff right here.
Oh, amazing. Did you
Ooh.
make that?
No, I ordered this
my God.
off Etsy.
Okay, it's very nice.
Oh man, yeah. That's very cool.
And I should have the other one, or the cloak around here.
So it is clearly something we can't show everyone, but I'm sure that if you follow Austin on Instagram after he goes to the convention, you can check out his cosplaying outfit for it. It's very elaborate.
Yeah, totally. That's wild.
It looks great.
Actually, Austin, would you ever consider doing like writing for like a D&D type thing? Would you ever be like a dungeon master?
I've actually been a dungeon master before.
Ooh, Megan and I love D&D.
Actually,
so-
we were talking about as like a special extra episode, doing like a Nathan for You D&D campaign. So if you're interested, we'd love to have you on again.
Yeah, you could definitely come on for
I
that.
would be most definitely game. That sounds awesome.
Oh, that'd be amazing.
Yeah. We don't know how exactly we're going to do it yet, but we've got some ideas kicking around to make it vaguely Nathan themed. So we would love to have you.
Yeah, we'll definitely steal you back. I think that would be super fun. I am so excited. Did you want to finish telling us about your costume?
Yes. So I don't know if you've ever seen, or not seen, read this book trilogy by Brandon Sanderson.
Oh, I have not, but that looks very cool.
So the characters, they have certain. Okay, so there are these characters called Mistborn, and they have these specific cloaks that they use to identify themselves. So most people, will leave them alone because they're too powerful to just be like trifled with by most normal people, because they basically manipulate metal. And so and everything in the cities or whatever is metal, and so most people just steer clear of them. And this is what the Mistborn wear, and they fight with wooden items, because other Mistborn would just knock the metal away. And actually, another part, they use coins to like travel and jump.
Oh wow!
So I bought a thing like gold coins to have when I cosplay.
Oh, that's perfect. Yeah, I have a few friends who are like very artistic. They're super into cosplay. They go to all the conventions in Toronto, and the costumes are amazing, and it's so cool to see everyone all dressed up. I think that in Canada we might have to wait until next year. Things are opening up a little bit slower, but we're gaining momentum. So hopefully
soon,
hopefully things will be opening up again. I'm sure that a lot of cosplayers have turned to like different kinds of online media to showcase their building skills.
Yeah, I think a lot of Twitch streaming and stuff like that.
Yeah, that's something I plan to get into at some point this year too.
Yeah, that's a good one, because you game as well. I think you mentioned a few games that you played with some of the Nathan For You producers, but what is your favorite game?
Ooh, right now, I've been playing a lot of fighting games. Mortal Kombat.
Nice.
Grand Blue Fantasy Versus is the newest one I got into. I love Overwatch.
Oh yeah.
Overwatch is classic. Did you see the new Mortal Kombat movie also?
I did.
What were your thoughts? I also watched it, so I won't spoil what I thought, but
I thought it was okay. It's a video game movie, so it's not going to be the greatest, but I thought it was good for what it was. I love and hate the fact that Kano was my favorite character in the movie.
I agree totally. I'm sad that they used Goro in such a weird small spot, because he's and I actually like the 1990s Mortal Kombat movies. They're pretty fun and cheesy. So I don't know. I'm interested to see where they go next, because they're clearly making a sequel.
Yeah, my biggest gripe, not my biggest, one of my petty gripes with the movie is Melina's in it, and we don't see her bite a single person.
Totally. I feel you.
I was when they had her the mouth all stretched, I was like, okay, she's gonna bite somebody now. And nope.
Next movie, they're saving it for the sequel. Those jerks.
Kelly, did you write a review online about it?
I did write a review on Letterboxd for Mortal Kombat.
Can we hear it?
Yeah, let me find it.
So Austin, you can learn a little bit more about Letterboxd. So it sounds like you're a big movie buff and could maybe get into being a reviewer, since you're such a talented writer as well.
I'm definitely gonna look this up.
Yeah, you can see Kelly's reviews. I'm not on it, but I don't watch enough movies.
You could still get on it for sure. I gave it 3.5 stars, and I just wrote, I got what I came for, which is true. I was like, I want to see some people beat each other up. This is the first fun action movie that's coming out. I did also watch Godzilla vs. Kong the week before.
The fights were worthwhile. Everything else, no.
Yeah, that movie didn't need to exist, but you know what? It was fun too, I guess. We've had very little going on up here in Canada, so any chance to watch some people beat each other up on our big TV, I'm game for.
This has also inspired me to go back and watch Nick and Nora's Infinite Playlist. Maybe we can do an episode about it.
I love that movie. I didn't even expect to like it. Like, someone told me what it was about. I was like, fine, because they were their turn to pick a movie, and like I'm still not like a big Michael Cera fan. Like, some of his movies I like.
Oh yeah, do you like Scott Pilgrim?
That's probably the only other one, that and Nick and Nora's. And so they told me, no, it'll be great. And I ate my words on that one.
Well, you were also great on this podcast. So thank you so much for coming on. Do you want to let people know where they can follow you?
Yes. So on Twitter and Instagram at redhood_ghost. And if you want to follow the 4 Heart Story independently, that is at Twitter at the number 4 Hearts Academy after.
Yeah, and I'll put everything in the show notes too, so people can check out all of your work and keep up with what's going on with you. This has been truly wonderful. This is like the first interview that we've really done on here. So it's lovely that we got to talk to you, Austin. You were such a great guest.
Yeah, if we can find a fun game we can play, maybe play around a D&D, maybe talk a little Nick and Nora, we'd love to have you back sometime.
Not a problem.
Yeah.
Amazing. This has been Kelly and Meagan and Austin on your side.